Well, an unlikely victim of domestic violence are often our pets. Nearly half of domestic violence victims say that they are afraid to leave their abuser because they're concerned about their pets. It's an ongoing issue for pet owners here in Hampton Roads. 10 on Your Side's Kiana Patterson shares how a local nonprofit is working to break the cycle of abuse. Kiana?
A safe haven where pet lovers are putting love for animals into action.
They're the best.
The nonprofit organization opens its doors to animals up for adoption and animals in crisis.
One of mine actually was a crisis boarding animal that the owner couldn't pick back up.
Shoshana Mostaller is a veterinarian social worker at the Chesapeake Humane Society.
I'm proud of working for an organization that's made it a priority to really look at what the needs are in our community and meet those needs to the best of our ability.
She works with those in need of crisis boarding, often meeting in this quiet room. The program works with those displaced by fire, recently hospitalized, and victims in a toxic relationship.
We really try to never turn down a domestic violence case, especially if they're working with an organization.
Transitions Family Violence Services on the peninsula, the YWCA in Norfolk, and the Her Shelter in Portsmouth have all partnered with the Animal Care Center.
A lot of people will not leave a relationship because of their pet. We look at our pets like family, and unfortunately the majority of shelters, unless it is a service animal, they cannot come into shelter because we just don't have the facilities.
Just last week, 3 people with Samaritan House were able to get emergency shelter for themselves and their pets through the crisis boarding program.
There are a lot of victims of violence who won't leave their partner because they're afraid the abuser is going to hurt the pet. And a lot of times victims are so concerned they'd rather stay home with the abuser than to go to a domestic violence program that won't take their pet.
Recognizing this potentially deadly decision, one Samaritan House shelter will allow survivors to live with their pets.
We want to remove any barrier there is for a victim of violence.
71% of pet owners entering shelters report their abuser threatened to hurt or kill a pet, according to the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence.
The feedback I get is, I knew that you guys were taking care of my animal, so it gave me one less thing to worry about.
The crisis boarding program is fairly new, starting in February of 2022. Last year, 60 pets were accepted into the program, and this year, that number will likely double, with already 110 pets in the program.
Knowing that we have a part in helping people to stay with their pets when they're experiencing a crisis, really that's when you need your pets the most.
And if you know someone who needs temporary housing for their pets, I'll add this number to our list of resources over on wavy.com under the Domestic Violence Awareness page. And if you'd like to help out, they are always in need of donations for food, or you can pay the pet fees for the crisis pets. Kiana Patterson, 10 on Your Side.